I never thought something so small could ruin everything. It started on an ordinary Tuesday. I had just finished a 12-hour shift at a warehouse. My body was tired, my eyes heavy, and my mind wandering between thoughts of sleep and dinner I didn't have the energy to make. I stopped at a gas station on the way home. Just a quick coffee, nothing special. I was standing in line, scrolling through my phone, half asleep, when I noticed him. A man in his mid-30s, hoodie pulled tight, hands shoved deep into his pockets. He wasn't aggressive, didn't look threatening. He just looked tired, the kind of tired that makes you invisible to the world. He cleared his throat. "Excuse me," he said quietly. "My phone died. Can I borrow yours for a call? Just 1 minute." I froze. Every warning I'd ever read online flashed through my head. Scams, traps, criminals, horror stories of people being lured into trouble by something as simple as a friendly request. But then I looked at him, really looked. His hands were shaking, his voice was low. There was no anger in his eyes, only desperation. I handed him my phone. That one decision, the one small act of trust, would ruin everything. He dialed quickly, turning slightly away from me. I couldn't hear much, just fragments. "I'm here now. No, I'm alone." That part made me pause, but I told myself I was overthinking. It was probably nothing, just a personal call. He handed the phone back, smiled. "Thanks, man. You really helped me." And he left. I paid for my coffee, got in my car, and started driving home. 10 minutes later, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. Ignored. Then another call. Then another. By the time I reached my apartment, there were 17 missed calls, voicemails. I opened the first one. "This is Detective Harris with the County Police Department. Please call me back immediately regarding an ongoing investigation." My stomach dropped. I called back. My hands were trembling so badly I could barely dial. "Is this the owner of this number?" "Yes," I whispered. "Sir, where were you between 6:40 and 6:45 this evening?" I laughed nervously. "At a gas station. Why?" There was a long pause. "Sir, your number was used to coordinate an armed robbery that occurred 15 minutes later." I thought it was a joke. It wasn't. The police explained that the call I handed the stranger was traced to a number under surveillance. My phone had been logged as a contact involved in a crime I didn't commit. I tried explaining. The gas station, the stranger, the 1-minute call. My words sounded weak, even to me. I was just trying to help. It meant nothing in an interrogation room. 8 hours later, I was released, no charges, but everything else had changed. 2 days later, my boss called. "Hey, HR says the police contacted the company. We'll have to suspend you until this is cleared." Suspended turned into termination by Friday. Then my bank froze my account for security reasons. Then my landlord said he wasn't comfortable renewing my lease. Friends stopped replying. One of them finally texted, "Bro, saw your name online. What happened?" I went online. A local crime blog had posted a blurry screenshot of a call log. My number was visible. Reddit picked it up, then Twitter. People started connecting dots that didn't exist. Messages flooded in. "Criminal, hope you rot. Tell us who you were working with." I deleted everything. It didn't matter. The damage was done. Weeks passed. I moved cities, changed my number, stayed off social media. But even in a new city, my life felt broken. I tried therapy. I tried staying busy. I even tried dating, but every time I trusted someone, handed my phone to anyone, let my guard down, that 1-minute call haunted me. It wasn't just fear, it was regret. Regret that kindness could be punished. Regret that the world could twist innocence into blame. Then, months later, I started noticing strange things. Doors I had locked were ajar. Lights flickered. Shadows moved where they shouldn't. At first, I blamed my imagination. Then came the letters. Handwritten, no return address. Just 3 words. "We know." The first time I found it, I thought it was a joke. The second time, I called the police. Nothing they could do. The third time, it was taped to my front door. Big, messy letters. Helped once, paid for it. I realized then, the stranger wasn't done with me. I tried ignoring it, but paranoia crept in. Every knock, every sound, every notification made my heart pound. I barely slept. I barely ate. My life shrank to 4 walls and a desk. And then, one rainy night, he appeared. The stranger. Drenched, shivering, hands trembling, eyes wide with guilt. I didn't know, he whispered. I didn't know it would happen this way. I wanted to scream, to hit him, to ask why, but all I could do was stare at the rain. Why? I managed. He said, I needed help. I didn't know they'd track the call. I didn't know it would ruin your life. I wanted to hate him. I wanted revenge, but all I could do was let the rain fall between us. I can't fix it, he said. I can only say I'm sorry. And then he left. I locked the door, sat on the floor, stared at the rain. I learned something I'll never forget. Life doesn't owe you fairness. People don't always repay kindness. And sometimes the only way to survive is to protect yourself first. I still help now, quietly, carefully, but I never hand my phone to anyone I don't know. I don't open my door to strangers. I don't trust the world the way I used to. And yet, a small part of me remembers that stranger. Not the fear, not the danger, but the fact that I tried. Because even when the world almost destroys you, even when kindness costs you everything, you survive. You keep trying. Because that's all you can do. I thought the worst was over. I thought once the police had cleared me, life would slowly go back to normal. I was wrong. Even after they said I wasn't involved, the world had already made up its mind. My name, my number, my face, they were floating online, attached to a story I didn't live. It started with small things. A recruiter called one afternoon. Hi, we ran a standard background check, she said hesitantly. We noticed you were involved in an investigation. Can you explain? Explain? I explained everything. The ghosty shin, the stranger, the 1-minute phone call, how it spiraled. There was silence. Then, I'm sorry, we can't move forward. That was the first time I realized being cleared didn't mean being free. Next came the messages, not from police, not from banks, but from people. Strangers, old classmates, coworkers I hadn't spoken to in years. Dude, what happened? Are you really that guy? Watch out, they're talking about you online. Every notification felt like a punch. Every ping reminded me that my life had become a cautionary tale. I tried ignoring it, tried to move on, but it followed me. Reddit threads dissected the case. People debated if I was lying. People speculated I was in on it. One post went viral. This guy handed his phone to a robber. Unbelievable. Couldn't happen to a nicer person. I stared at my reflection one night, dim light casting shadows across my walls. I barely recognized the person staring back. My eyes were hollow. My hands shook as I scrolled through more comments. It didn't matter that I didn't commit the crime. The world didn't care. People only saw what was convenient to believe. Months passed. Jobs didn't call. Friends stopped reaching out. My life shrank into a handful of walls and a desk I worked out from home. I started questioning myself. Was it stupidity to help? Was it naivete to trust a stranger? Was kindness always this dangerous? And then, one night, I got another call. Unknown number. I froze. My heart pounded. I answered. It was him, the stranger. I wanted to scream, I wanted to curse, I wanted to throw the phone across the room, but all he said was, "Hey, thanks for everything. I finally got out of that mess. You didn't deserve what happened." And then he hung up. I stared at my phone for hours. Was it relief? Anger? Sadness? I couldn't tell. I realized then the world doesn't give second chances. People don't always repay kindness, and sometimes the only way to survive is to protect yourself first. But the consequences didn't stop there. 2 weeks later, my apartment